Guys, welcome back. So in this video we will talk about another program, and here the program is, let's say you are asked to reverse the string by using recursion. So usually what happens is, in general, when we get asked to do the task in the recursive way, we get confused, okay? Because let's say, assume that you don't know how to reverse the string in the recursive way. You know the iterative way, where you can write a for loop, you can start from the end and you can come to the beginning, and you can do that. But how to do the same reversing of program in the recursion? So first let's understand what I'm trying to say. That, so let's say we have a string. Let's say we have a string s1 is equal to, let's say we have hello, right? We have hello, and this we need to reverse it. So your output should be what it is. Your output should be O, L, L, E and H. This should be the output, right? So assume that you don't know anything of the program, okay? Even you don't know how you should write the code for the recursion, right? But you know that how recursion works. So in recursions, basically what happens is the method will call itself, okay? So first try to understand the string, and then by understanding the string we will start with the coding part. So how we should approach in this kind of situations when you don't know anything but still you want to try to write the program. So if you look at this is your input, okay, and this is your output, right? So one thing you can make out by looking the input and output is, whatever input first you have, that is going to be the last, okay, and whatever input last you have, that is going to be the first, right? Which means somewhere your input is getting rotated, okay? So if you look at now, if let's say you have, this is the string, and you know that in a string has one method called character at, right? There is a method called character at, and when you have a method called character at, and if somebody will go and he will write a logic s1 dot, let's say length, right? s1 dot length minus 1, right? So what is the length of the string, guys, here? So length of the string is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, right? So the length is equal to 5. So this length is basically, it is 5, right? Now if I will do character at length minus 1, which is means I am doing that s1 dot character at how much, 4, right, is equal to how much? This is index 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, because index start from 0. So I got O, right? Which means I got the first data by doing that character at, right? Now this is the string in the first case. Somehow if my string, let's say if my this guy is become, let's say HELL, right? Assume that your last index is omitted. Assume that somehow you got this, right? Now if you'll go and if you'll do the same logic, so assume that this is your line number 1. So if you'll perform the same line number 1 here, whatever line number 1 you have, if you'll go with the logic, and when you do, you know, character at, so you already have a 0. And if I will go and if I will do again s1 is equal to s1 plus s1 dot, same I will do character at, and I will do length minus 1. So 1 2 3 4. So actually 4 minus 1, if I will do, it is going to be, what is the earlier s1? 0. So sorry, not 0, O plus 3, right? So 3 means this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So L, so it became OL, right? You are getting that? Now you got OL. Now again, if your actual string, whatever input you have, if this guy, let's say, becomes HEL, right? Somehow this becomes HEL, right? Because I mean, by doing some logic. So actually if you look at what I'm trying to do, that is I'm trying to form the pattern, like how we should think of the logic. So this logic is fixed, guys. This is, you know, always character at, if you'll do, and if you'll do concatenation, it will work fine. But now let's say you got this, and if you'll again go and perform the same thing, so so what will happen is, again, and assume that this you take another string, guys, so that we will not have any confusion. You do s2, right? Here also you do s2 is equal to s2 plus s1, right? Again you got this. Now what you will do, let us again write that. So our s2 is going to be the s2, which is nothing but ol plus whatever s1 we have, s1 dot character at length minus 1, right? Character at length minus 1. So length is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So this is 0 1 2, so it is going to be the L. So it became OLL, right? So we reached till here, right? We reached till here now, OLL. Now let's say again, if the S1 will become HE, right? The last index got removed, then what is my S2? If I will perform the same thing, it will be OLL plus S1 dot character at length minus 1. So length minus 1, length is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So this is 0, this is 1. So it is going to be the E. So we got OLLE, and then again when S1 become H, right, there is nothing called now length. So again length is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So again when it becomes 0, we can write that S2 is equal to OLLE and H, and this is the output, right? So this was the input and this was the output. So now you will get some idea of how you should write the program, because till now I wanted from this input, I wanted to have this output. So I used character at method, and then I was reducing the string, right? Basically what I was trying to do, that if you look at this was the first string, right? Then I came here second string, I reduced further third string, I reduced further fourth string, and I reduced further fifth string, right? So every time if you look at, guys, what is happening, that from the last one index is getting reduced, but your these functions, whatever you have written, this will be fixed always, right? So now guys, you think now what you should do to achieve this 1 2 3 4 5 strings. What you should do, just think little bit, take 10 seconds time, think. If you'll think, what answer you will get is, to get these kind of strings, if I will, let's say, if I will write s1 is equal to, just now try to understand, if I will do s1 dot, let's say if I will do substring, and substring from where to where, from 0 dot s1 dot length minus 1, right? So now you try to understand this logic. So this is your statement number 2. So this is your program number 1, this is your program number 2, guys. Okay, now think here. If you will do s1 dot substring, one thing when you call substring, this is inclusive and this is exclusive, right? So basically this is inclusive and this is exclusive. Exclusive means we don't consider this, right? So if I have to do a substring, what it would be, s1 dot substring, it will be 0 comma, what is the length in beginning, 1 2 3 4 5 minus 1 is equal to 4, right? And if you will try to get the output, what output you will get here, 0 to 4, right? So this is 0 1 2 4. So your s1 is going to be HELL. Is this whatever you got here, right? Is this not equal to this second one, right? Both stars are equal. So whatever you have it here now, this is equal to this, right? So the substring will help you to get that. Now with this string, let's say you have a method, right? Everything whatever I have done 1 to 5, let's say you are doing inside the method, right? And you are calling the method, the same method, by supplying this s1 dot substring 0 to length minus 1. So in first iterations it will go inside, then again when you will come second time, when you are actually doing that recursive call, what happened now? Now your s1 will become s1 dot substring, again go with this logic, s1 dot substring 0 to length. So your string is now this HELL. So when you do substring 0 to length minus 1, what is the length now? 1 2 3 4, 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So you will do s1 dot substring 0 comma 3, right? When you do 0 comma 3, what is the output? You will guys get it here. Now you will get 0 to 3, which means this is 0 1, this is 0 1 2, right? Because this is inclusive, sorry, this is exclusive, we don't consider 3, this is inclusive, so we have to count 0 to 2. So when somebody will ask you do the substring 0 to 3, which means you have to count 0 to 2. Okay, so this is 0 1 2. So what is the output you will get here? HEL. And this string whatever you are getting here, guys, is not the same string here, right? You got it now. Now again, if you do third iterations, you know what happens? This your HEL, it's a recursive call. You are calling the same method with the S1. So this one will get reduced, HEL will get reduced, and when you do substring 0 to length minus 1, and since string is equal to HEL, so 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So S1 dot substring 0 comma 2, and the 2 is the exclusive, so it will be 0 to 1, so HE. And in fourth iterations, what will happen? The same guy will become HE, right? And that's what HE you have it here, right? So now you understood, you got some sort of idea how you should write the logic, right? You got now idea how you should write the logic. Now let's see that how the same thing you should have written through program. You understand the concept now, right? Let me erase that. Yeah. Now focus here, guys. Whatever I was talking till now, okay, reverse of the string, you look at here, this is your program. Your program will take one input, okay, and what it will do, what is if conditions, guys? So guys, what happens whenever you write a recursion, there should be a termination line, otherwise that will never stop. So any recursive program, there should be a conditions which will terminate your recursion. So my termination is, I am saying that when my length becomes 0, return the same string, like terminate this program, else. So assume that in beginning your input was like this, your input was hello, HELLO, right? So you call this method with the hello. So it will check whether the length, it will check here whether the length is equal to 0, no, right? It will go inside. Then there is something called reverse. So your reverse is going to be reverse plus. So assume that in beginning reverse is the empty. So empty plus character at length minus 1. So length is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 4 means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got O. Reverse you got O, right? Now you are doing that substring. You have done the substring. When you do substring, which is nothing but your str, what it becomes? It will becomes HELL, whatever I have explained you till now. Okay, 0 to length minus 1, and this guy is actually not this is like exclusive, and this guy is the inclusive. 0 is the inclusive, right? So when this guy is the exclusive and this is the inclusive, then it will be hell. Now what happens is, look at this line, guys. Okay, again you are calling the same method, reverse string. This we call it as recursion. So this is after first call, right? Now this is after first call, then from here itself your method, you are calling the same reverse string. If you look at, right, you are calling the same reverse string, right? Same, this one you are calling that, right? You are calling the same method. When you are calling the same method with the str, and the str is nothing but this data, which is nothing but this HELL, it will get called. But what about this line? What about your the bottom line, right? What about this line, this reverse? What will happen to that? So generally whenever you work with the recursions, you know what happens? Whatever statement you have after the recursions call, it will get stored inside the stack. So your this reverse will get stored here, reverse. First time it will get stored here, then again call will go with this str. Now when the call will go, again it will check for the length, it will come to the else. Now your reverse is going to be, you already you had, then character at, this is now new string, okay. So character at length -1, if you'll do, again L will get added, then again str will get calculated. When you calculate the str this time, it is going to be HEL, and again you will call the reverse, right? Again your this line will get called, again the reverse will get called. When you call the reverse, again same method will get called. But again when you are calling the reverse, what happens is your this whatever reverse you have it here, this will now again it will get and stored here, right? That's how, because the whatever line you have below the recursion call, it will go and stored into the stack area. Now again the call will happen, and this time what happens is the call will go with the HEL, right? So again it will check for the length, it will come here. When it will come here, then again your reverse is going to be 0LL, and your str is going to be HE, and then again this method recursive call will happen, right, with the str. Then again the same reverse will get stored here, right? Then again fourth call will go. In the fourth call, now this time what will happen is you are calling with this str. When you are calling this HE, then now reverse is going to be 0LLE, and your str become H, right? Your str become H now. So again your reverse call will happen with the H, right? Your reverse call will happen with the H. So again your reverse will get stored here. After the recursions, whatever reverse you have, it will get stored here. Then when you will again call with the H, what happens, it will check for the length. Of course it is not 0, it will come inside. When it will come inside, then this is actually your the fifth iterations, where your reverse is going to be 0LLEH, right? Why? Because character at length -1, length is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So character at 0, and what is your str? Str is equal to H. So what is 0? H. So H will get added here. Now if you'll do substring, now what will happen? If you'll do substring of what? Str, which is nothing but H dot 0 comma 0, right? And when you try that, you will get empty, okay? When you try to do substring of character 0 comma 0, you will get empty here, right? Now you will get empty. Now what happens with the empty? Your recursion call, this recursions call will happen with the empty. But before jumping to the recursions, first let's store the data, the same reverse call here, right? So when you are calling with the empty, again this will get stored into the stack, because these lines are not executed, guys, because it's a recursion call. So when it went with the empty, now length becomes 0. When your length becomes 0, you are returning the str. And what is str? Empty. Now the moment you will return str empty, you know now what will happen? The moment you are returning it, so what will happen? Let's say you have returned here str. Let me show you how this works internally. Let's say it will return now from here. When it will return str from here, so from str it will come to the reverse. So reverse has just the data. So what reverse currently has? Your reverse currently has 0LLEH. So actually the reverse will get this data. Now this reverse will return to this reverse. This reverse will return to this will return to this will return to this, and finally you will get this as an output. You got it? That's how it works, guys. And now you got it, how easy it is to write the same call in the recursion. It is really very easy. Once you will understand the concept, writing becomes very, very simple of recursion, right? I'll take some more example going forward for the recursion, so that you will get much more confidence. But this is the one way. So one way what you have to understand is, whatever line you have after recursion, that will get executed, once your this termination point is over, then only this line will get executed. Like once you are returning from recursion, that's where your whatever data you have in the stack, right? This is the stack. So whatever you have the number of lines to execute in the stack, that will get executed. So here, since there is just a reverse, nothing is there to execute, so reverse will just will get the data what reverse has, right? Now this we call it as a recursive way. Now iterative way is very simple, guys. So if somebody will ask you to write the same program in the iterative way, that is very simple. So same thing I have written here. You can see that I have initialized with code, right? Now you can practice in your Eclipse to get a confidence. Now focus on iterative way. So iterative way, you can see that it is very simple. So in iterative way, basically what happens is, if you look at, it's really simple. Let me explain you the iterative way. So in iterative way, what happens is you just have reverse is equal to empty, okay, and then after that you are just running the loop. So this running the loop, guys, is very important. Okay, running the loop is very important because you have to start from the end. So basically what is your input, guys? Your input is equal to hello. So you have to print from the end side. So you have to print O, L, L, E and H. So your index should start from the end. So you can see that is the reason I'm doing that str.length minus 1. If you look at here, str.length minus 1, so the length is equal to 1 2 3 4 5, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So actually I'm starting I is equal to 4, I is equal to 4, and I'm putting the conditions. If my I greater than is equal to 0, right, if my I is greater than is equal to 0, right, till there you go and execute the conditions. You got it now? So this is your for loop conditions. Now inside the for loop, what I am doing, that whatever reverse I have, reverse is equal to reverse plus character at I. Simple, very simple. Character at I you do. So first 4 character, then 3 character, then 2 character, then 1 character, then 0 character. After 0 character you cannot go, right? It's already this loop will get terminated, and that's where your string will get reversed. So this is very simple. Iterative way is very simple. Recursion, yes, in beginning when you are not much familiar with, you need to put some practice on that. So with this we are done with both recursion and iteration. I will share the source code with you. Please do a practice, and whatever I have explained you in the very beginning, please try to explain the same thing in the interview. See, when interviewer will ask you the code, their intention is not to, you start writing public static void main. No, you explain them the concept, how it works, you will get convinced. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this.